Welcome back, everybody, to the final map of this best-of-3 show match between Awsomniac and froyotech. My name is Getawale. His name, sitting here next to me across the ocean, is Admirable. And we went and got our nectarines on the break, right, sir?
Yep, we're nectarine buddies. What a coincidence that we both went and got that exact same fruit, right?
So ironic, yeah. We're switching over. We're getting on a Euro server, and we're going to be playing, it looks like, the map Process. Now, in Ireland, Admirable, which way do you say it?
Process. I go somewhere in between
Process.
the two.
Yeah, there you go. So we are going to be finishing it off on Process. We have a substitution. New player coming in. Miralyn had to leave, unfortunately, for the Awsomniac team. But we have a player coming in to replace him who actually is very familiar with that Awsomniac name, if you'll recall, Admirable. His name is Boule of France.
Yeah, he did play for the previous Awsomniac roster that was all French, with players like Tech, T-Mac, Flippy, Demoule, Exxon. You will know his name. But, you know, I was saying off air, it's going to be a big change. That'll be my new go-to excuse. Oh, they didn't have Miralyn, that's why we lost.
Yeah.
But, you know, they don't have that same chemistry, perhaps, or that same survivability as Miralyn. So, well, it remains to be seen. I'm not going to slate the guy altogether. Like, he's obviously an excellent medic.
Yep.
But, you know, when you're talking about this high-level play, Miralyn's a genuine superstar on the class. Literally the best.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Admirable. Obviously, you and I have done some casts right here on TFTV of these Euro teams in the past, including Boule on Awsomniac. And he is great. Make no mistake about it. He is a Prem-level medic, which is the top level in Europe. But, you know, you can't say enough about the chemistry that Zeb and Miralyn have. And they've been the core of pretty much any team that they've ever played on. We mentioned how they played at I49 as well as part of a different squad, Broder. It's never a good thing when you break up those sort of chemistries and those sort of brotherhoods, but they are going to do their best, and maybe they will put something together. We are on the European server now, and that will certainly help them out quite a bit. Looking at the pings, we've got two guys with, you know, pings under 20. Almost everyone on froyotech, the American team, over 100. So it really seems like this will benefit, and almost a bit more of a difference in ping than before. Because on the North American servers, the pings were very equal for a lot of the players. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, relatively it is a worse situation for North America. That's what I was saying way back at the start. And every other show match ever that's been played, I always side with the North Americans, much to the disapproval of my European brothers, but the NA definitely do get the worst off from this, like, especially when you're talking about the difference between, like, Clockwork had an 11 ping the last two maps, but that was just like one guy with a super low ping. Now you've got Stark and Flip both with a sub 20 ping, Boule as well. Although that might matter too much. Kairos, like, nobody has more than Zeb is like the highest ping there with 50, and like 5 of the team on the North American side on the last two maps didn't even have 50 ping.
I mean, whoever built these pipes that go across the ocean need to just figure their stuff out, you know? Gotta build it the same both ways, you know?
Though, right? It's a show match.
It is a show match. It is for fun. Remember, guys, good time to mention here that we're here for a reason, and we are here as a fundraiser to send our teams from North America across that ocean, the Atlantic, to Coventry, England, to play in i52, put off by Multiplay. It is the big TF2 LAN, really the ultimate TF2 LAN, where teams from all over Europe and North America typically go. But North America, they can't just go there alone. It's not free. And we are raising money to help them get there and to help them fly and so on, as well as our friend Lang. Go to i52.tf. That is the site where you can find details on donating and get info on those rewards, like the unusual Tyrant's Helm, for example, which has been played through many championship seasons, worn by our friend Ips, I believe.
Yeah, he didn't actually. He's. I was gonna say he didn't actually win anything, but he did technically win with made in Germany there, but he wasn't playing once the playoffs came around. I'm gonna give him that anyway. He's a
spiritual
champion.
victory, yeah.
He's a champion.
He had no
You're
choice.
winner,
It was out of his hands. We know what was up
Absolutely.
there, but that's one of the prizes will be raffled off. There are trading cards signed as well. There are shirts, all kinds of other perks and bonuses. So go to i52.tf. It is a fantastic cause, and it's for a chance to see, potentially, some of these teams from today playing against each other at that LAN. It's going to be a big party. It's happening in August in Coventry, England. Will you be there, Admirable?
Oh, I get asked this question a lot, and I always like to remain aloof because people are still reeling from the fact that I dodged I49, didn't go.
Yeah.
I haven't been such a LAN stalwart in the past, but I'd like to say tentatively that I'll be there. I haven't actually booked anything yet, no ticket, no flight, but I think I'll be there working with Vanilla TV, putting in some casting hours. So I'm gonna say yes. Maybe. Definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe from Admirable Official. We're going live, though, Admirable. On this first middle, I'm going to watch, I bet you can tell who. It's going to be Cadis. Cadis, well known for his rollouts, especially on this map. Nailing it so far. Gets his fast rollout. Curious to see what the rollout will be like from the North Americans, but right now, Cadis trying to block off that choke area. Doing a fantastic job. I don't see anyone able to come in, really sort of staggering the entrance from the American team in red. Cadis, though, now down to 50 HP and goes down, and Clockwork making quick work of Starkey and Cadis. We still have Lansky up. Lansky's making a jump in, is going to bully out the medic and anyone left up that's blue. It's only Bull left up now, and Rip Bull. Very convincing by froyotech.
Oh my god, Clockwork is continuing what he started on the last map. I think he was incensed by the fact they lost a map on their home server, if you think back to map 1, but he has just been really stepping his game up. I mean, going back to map 1, Zebasai ended up top damaging. Was it literally that froyotech said, okay, this soldier is annoying us, Clockwork, kill him, and he's just like destroyed soldiers ever since. So like you saw both those Awsomniac soldiers bottom of the scoreboard are like way down for much of the last map, and that might continue here on process, but here comes that overcharge. It's already happened and not much has been gained. In fact, Vanny has gone down, so a net loss here from froyotech despite having that charge advantage. Shade is in for too long and will eventually go down to flip there, and Starkey getting a minigun frag onto Clockwork. It seems that would be the ideal class to play against Clockwork. Go heavy.
Yeah, Blaze trying to stay in there, but he goes down. Maybe not the best choice. Very interesting sort of result there. I think, yeah, Clockwork's like a rabid dog, isn't he? Like a trained animal. Like, you just tell him, Clockwork, go get him, and he go kill that guy, and he goes and he does it. He kills the guy. Fighting back on this middle point, and it's interesting. I know people might be sick of us talking about these demo men, but you know, Cadence used to be so dominant on a map like Process, but now with this change to the sticky bomb launcher, doing less damage, having the damage ramp up, is it really a map for the demos to own on middle anymore, Admirable?
Well, we saw in the first middle there, sort of Mexican standoff. Both MMM were super fast, but just stood around and set up stickies rather than actually try and contest each other, or maybe put pressure onto a scout or whatever. They're trying to maximize their damage from those stickies, but that role of being the denier, the anti-air, that has been fulfilled by demo men, like pre-fire and stickies over crates and predicting where rumors might come from, etc., has just been superseded by the scout, who now finds himself with much far fewer threats on mids and pretty much any point. Clockwork is really taking advantage of that, I think.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we talked about it already. Clockwork and Dummy, both very strong scouts. They've been playing really well. I've been watching Bull a lot because we mentioned how he came in and doesn't normally play with this team. In fact, I mean, I don't know if he's ever played with a lot of these players. Normally plays with his French brethren, but looking good right now. But he's stuck right now. It's just him and Cadis still in, and Bull might not be long to this world. The scout is in. Ubersaw is out. He gets his Uber off of that. Great job there by Bull. You can see that he is a top-level medic. I mean, we're not BSing.
Yeah, and Cadis with the loose cannon has just been going full pirate mode here, popping off cannonballs. 2 frags there. Dummy and Banny cleaned up, and he's going to continue here. He's got Stark in tow, but Stark actually gets caught out, overextends a little bit, and he's going to be cleaned up. Both teams showing a little respect. They're going to back off and heal up. Awsomniac looking for buffs before they make any more plays. Stark with the opportunity to off-class as well here. Sniper very effective on last, and he will choose to run that scope, and he is an excellent sniper.
Absolutely, and no off-classers on. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Clockwork is up. He is the guy to snipe on this froyotech team. We've already seen him pull off some big headshots here today on the previous
Clockwork,
maps.
what does he do? He's trying to peek on the rollout here.
Oh, first shot, first kill, and Clockwork take a bow. He's going to head back in and come out scout. Fantastic job to pick the medic. It's going to make froyotech's job real easy. No Uber to go up against. Here they come. Clockwork out. Feeling real good about himself. I don't think he's going to stop, though. This young man, Clockwork, oof, he walks past the stick there, gets real lucky. Gonna certainly at least recap this second point. Kate is setting up traps, meanwhile, at mid in the sewer area. And I think the demos will be able to possibly control maybe the tempo of this, but no one's going to come through that sewer just yet. It's up to the loose cannon. Nutson goes down.
Knudsen was waiting there for the bomb in, but he just got baited out. Lansky was like expecting the bomb, sitting there waiting for him, focused down pretty much instantly. Awsomniac used 3 there in that fight without even getting the force off. They may end up forfeiting mid and the Spire, the second point here as well, off the back of that. And there's Kadis gonna go down as well. He was in deep.
Jumping around. Here. He's just jumping around. Kadis just, you know, sightseeing. So rolling right along here, froyotech is going to come on in. They are going to get on that point. They have about a 19% Uber advantage, although Awsomniac getting real close to theirs. However, if you're familiar with this process map, you know the team on last very rarely will push out. It's sort of on them to defend. They have a heavy, and they have a sniper as well. It's Starkey. First thing going in for the heavy, real easy. That was Flip going down.
Lansky doing work.
Still in there.
On to Kadis. Round to 15. Kadis will get saved there by Starkey, but he did hit a nice direct pipe. But Awsomniac, as the Ubers fade, are in a man advantage situation here, and they're pushing quite gingerly here. They're not rushing out because they feel something's behind. Clockwork is that ghost on their backs. He's going to get shut down there by Zebo, but had a real opportunity to go for the back cap or any sort of huge play there. Say as well, Clockwork playing absolutely out of his skin on over 100 ping.
Yeah, all day, certainly, yeah, the ping can be an issue. I've been impressed, actually, by how Awsomniac have been playing. We thought, but right as Bull goes down, Caster's Curse and Kadis as well. I'm going to say that they're combo playing very well, and they had some impressive defenses yet. We haven't seen a round captured yet. Right now, Awsomniac are on this last point. They have no heals, though. But again, neither do froyotech. The shade went down. It's a DM fight.
With the nice bomb there.
Yeah, absolutely. Going over to Crits Krieg, there is now a Crits watch in effect, admirable. It is Awsomniac going Crits. And you've got to think, probably going to be watching a Soldier. Turn that up. It's very interesting, too, considering that just coming into this match was Bull already going over to Crits Krieg, trying some shenanigans.
Yeah, and people have been, you know, complaining that the Demoman nerf has nerfed the Crits Krieg effectively because you can't sticky snipe anymore. You have to rely on a Soldier rocket or a very, very accurate sticky.
Yeah.
Both things which are... It's already a gamble to run crits, but now even more so.
Well, they're about to get it, and here they come. They pop on Zebasai, going for the medic, doesn't get it. Gets Shade finally. Took him 3 rockets to pull that off, but he's got a long distance to cover. Shade might be the only pick they get from this. I'm sure they will take that because they'll be able to stay on an advantage, but now Bull's got to watch his head and watch his back because this froyotech team is going to be gunning for him.
Oh, Kadis has gone absolutely huge here. Blaze and Dummy were in there on the flank. Kadis hits 3 of 4 pipes, maybe all 4 there, to put out the damage on both Soldier and Scout. The cleanup as well from Stark there, but great pipes there. Who needs stickies anyway, Get Will?
Who needs them? Kadis, maybe shades of our friend War? Is that bad to say? Pills only. We should make a pills only rule. About to get another crits here, and again, gotta think Zeb's gonna take it.
Clockwork sniping from the roller door there, and he's down to 6, getting heals now from Shade. He survives that sticky, tanks it.
They're coming in, and they're not gonna...
It's crits again.
Oh, it's crits on the demo this time, and they get Shade as well as Blaze passing it off there, but they're down 4 players. It's 2v2, 2v1 now. Flip's still in there though, and this is looking like a round for Awsomniac. First one, gonna go to the Euros.
That was the money sticky right there. That hit the mark. And despite the huge ping advantage, Europe have only just capped their first round after 9 minutes. They do have a new medic, of course, so that's the excuse that I will stand behind. But we're in the lead. Come on, Europe. We can do it.
Come on, Europe. Cadis again very much first to this middle, but going down right away. He's taking more damage than he should have. Lansky coming now in over the top, wants to pick out a scout. He does. Wants to come in on the medic, but the medic's running for his life. That's bull, and so froyotech, you know, maybe that first round was a practice round. Lansky coming around. They're trying to wrap it. He's got a scout on his back. Real aggressive play though here from froyotech so far. Admirable.
Oh my god,
we've got bull down.
W mice wanted into the combo there, chased down a weak Zebasai, then eventually finished off Bull with the pistol, and that was a real momentum play there. You see that a lot, like whether it was pre-update or right now, that if you can get those frags and have a few players running scared on process second, they can often be chased down, and that was well played right there by Dummy. Just going for it, man. Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Sometimes you do. You gotta just go for it, and you gotta eat a nectarine. I don't know what that means. Clockwork's going down. They're not gonna have him for this last push. They have their Uber, and oh boy, I mean, they really kind of have to go in now. They're gonna do it without Clockwork, or try anyway. Need that Heavy down first. The Soldier's gonna come down as well. Heavy's still up and pretty well healed. Finally goes down. Lansky doing a lot of work himself here. It is a 4v4 situation. Looking a little tentative as Lansky goes down. It's now 4v3. Awsomniac doing real good on these defenses.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, Cadis
Real
well plays with the cannonballs. Oh, Clockwork's about to run into Cadis though. He's got no stick set up. It's all about these projectiles right now. But Bull is gonna whip out the crossbow, puts a needle into the dome of Clockwork. He is dead, but he's bought a lot of time for his team. Whereas there may have been a baby push out there from Awsomniac. Literally no chance now, as already the spawns have come in. The froyotech players are in position.
Banny caught Zebasai with a trap there, which was a nice job. Zebasai just kind of walking right into it. Again, a lot more of those sticky traps seen by these demos here. Sort of the new old strategy. I don't know. We're back to regular Uber though.
He's walking in bot right, totally unseen.
Blaze!
He's gonna get the drop onto Bull. Unbelievable.
Oh, Bull dropping it like Bulo, as that's not going to help a lot, as we have Dummy taking Dummy taking a lot of the super here now, and froyotech, they want to take it and tie this thing up 1-1. Still fighting it out though. Kate is still up, Zeb's still up as well. Kate is trying to do it with pills. We get the crossbow out for Shade, and that's going to be second round. We got Bull still in there running around, but it is 1-1 currently.
It's just sloppy right there from Awsomniac. Like, that's twice we've seen, and once was on offense and once was on defense, but playing around that last, that not all the doors are being watched. Like, we saw Clockwork sniping Bull, and now we've seen Blaze able to just walk in totally unspotted until he's on the medic. Someone needs to take responsibility for that. Onto this mid though, and Awsomniac are all playing around their right hand side on that red crate, trying to wait for the aggression before they commit. But as soon as Knutson goes in, as you would expect, Clockwork annihilates him. Stark does the same onto Blaze though, then steps into Lansky. Clockwork shutting down Stark, makes it a 4-on-4 here, get a wheel.
Oh, Clockwork,
he's in
release
the
hounds! Release the hounds! Clockwork picking up his third kill with Bull. Medic, no big deal. My lord, Clockwork continues his dominance. Top scoring player other than his medic Shade. Real impressive. Zeb has dropped again. Zeb having all kinds of problems with his connection. Or maybe he's just crying himself to sleep because he lost his buddy Mirlin. But at any rate, he rejoins. It doesn't help Awsomniac to have players dropping. But again, they have that ping advantage. Maybe on their heels here, though, a little bit. And they're at a big disadvantage on Ubers. They're only at 40. Shade has got his.
Oh, Knutson in high onto Shade. Cadis had done a lot of work there for a long time while that sort of scrappy middle was ending. Cadis was putting damage onto Shade, had him down to 40. Just at the moment he was going for the kit, Knutson was bombing in trying to get it, but he didn't make it in time, and Shade was able to stay alive. But this big Uber advantage he had is starting to slip away. They've actually popped off here, and Bull's going to have his charge in about 10 seconds if he finds someone to build with. But he's only just found Zebasai, who's already on life support here, getting hounded by Clockwork. Here comes Lansky as well. Starkey is taking damage. The health isn't good here for these three Awsomniac players. Zebo is going to find Clockwork actually as Lansky picks off flip their Ubers. Uber being popped off here from the aggressive Euros, but they're trying to make sure they block all the exits here and don't let anyone behind, but Dummy's made it into the rollout, going toe to toe with two scouts, and he's not going to make it.
It's close though. A lot of great play by these American scouts who have been really good making these sneaky plays, getting in behind, and we've seen med drops. Oh, and speaking of med drops, Shade goes down to a direct pill from Cadis. So again, who needs stickies? Perhaps the new Demo Man motto. The mid cap's going to get finished here by, oh, maybe not. Starkey going to go back and get that. So now 56, they're going to be at about 60% Uber already by the time Shade gets up and heals again. So Awsomniac now with a big advantage, and Bull better watch his back because we've already seen him go down once. We've already seen him drop an Uber.
That's a wipe right there.
Yeah, that
Shade
was a wipe.
first to die, and now he's just respawned. Awsomniac finding some sort of momentum here. They're putting together perhaps another round on the board. It is 1-1 right now, but we've just gone past the halfway point here. 15 minutes left on the clock, Will, and I fancy Awsomniac in this next push. Curse of the Caster.
Looking real good, right side. They're just going to walk in until someone notices them. Looks like it took a while to get noticed there. They're going to pop off. Bull going to catch whoever he can. Not a very strong Uber out of Awsomniac, but it may be enough as it's 4v3 right now. They pick out Clockwork as well. Not hugely. Wow, big kills though by. Look at Blaze go. He picked out Zeb. Still up. Cap does go to Awsomniac. I don't call that the strongest Uber I've seen. Players are kind of spread out, admirable, but they still pulled it off. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, they did Uber quite early, but I think it was just they wanted to get on top of the enemy combo with good health, and they did manage to make it work in the end. It was quite drawn out, but they seemed confident enough, especially playing with this big ping advantage. You can do it. You're right now Banny playing super passive, takes his own kit, but then just sets down a few stickies, hoping that somebody wants to step into it. He sees that again Awsomniac are trying to play that right hand side and walk towards his kit, so he's doing his best to deny them, but his team have gone and given them 3 frags. Awsomniac yet to lose a single player here. They seem to be finding a lot of good fortune with this right hand side playing on the enemy crate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Awsomniac hitting all their shots. Blaze, Lansky, and Clockwork went down right away. The scouts almost seeming to just melt away. And a really easy mid for Awsomniac here, who are maybe on a bit of a roll now. They are up 2-1. Remember, this is the 3rd map. This is the decider, and whoever wins this map will be considered the winner of this show match. Banny, though, working his sticky trap magic. Gets Zebasai there. And we have a sniper up. It's Clockwork, who wants to try to get another big drop on the med if he can. We've seen him do that already today. Back in his spawn, he's going to come back scout. He has a Mad Dog on scout. The blue Uber does come in. I don't know about that decision. Were they forced admirable? I was watching Clockwork.
Oh, it was froyotech came out with their charge and had a great situation there. They'd managed to engineer like a 2-man advantage. They Ubered and forced, but by the time Bull popped, he was already like 3 down. But somehow they've managed to make it work. Bull does go down right at the end there, but Cadis and Flip combining to keep them in the game for a long time there. Now it's just Flip versus Dummy in the lobby here. It's 30 health apiece, but Flip denies that med pack from Dummy. We'll put that one down to Ping, right?
Right, of course, Ping. You know, maybe getting a bit complacent, and certainly when you roll along, sometimes teams can get too confident. They can get overconfident, admirable. Don't know if that was what happened there or not, but Awsomniac just kind of rolled in and just sort of bled players, so there were none left. They've backed out now. They're at an Uber disadvantage. It's only about 10 or 12%. Very small, almost negligible. There's a spy up. It's Dummy. I'm on the spy cam. He's thinking about it. He's probably going to go back scout, I imagine. Yeah, he's back to scout. Thought about
the kicking the charge there or something? Was he looking to see if they had crits?
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, maybe you know, Bull may be a bit of a wild card because he did switch crits pretty early on. Maybe a smart move there. That's probably a good call. Admirable. Dummy just patrolling his scout. Advantage or an even encounter here as both teams about to have their Uber. Ooh, but Clockwork going down right away. Zeb just walking in, doing what he wants. Easy.
He wasn't going to get
game.
caught out by that one again. You know, the Clockwork solo sniper push on rollout. They've learned their lesson. They've managed to get another frag in the lobby. They just switched it up immediately. Flipping Knutson taking out Blaze. Now with the 2-man advantage, they're going to Uber in here. Clockwork will be back on the field in 1 second, but still another 8 for Blaze. Now the counter Uber coming in. And Awsomniac hoping to beat froyotech into an overextension, but it hasn't really happened. Now they're going to send Zeb aside and gets the medic pick. Shade goes down. but Awsomniac are -3. So are froyotech as I say that, but an extra combat class on the field there for froyotech might be able to clutch it, but Flip is playing the long con here. He's gone up top, comes in behind, he's trying to get Blaze with the escape plan, makes it into the spawn. Now he's going to be respawned, but not in time to get damage onto the point there, and that's going to be a 3rd round on the board for Awsomniac.
Pretty convincing as Awsomniac continues what they're doing here, and you know, some people say that we're putting too much emphasis on a ping, but if you've ever played with over 100 ping on any TF2 server, you know that it can be difficult, depending what class you're playing. A lot of pressure going to be on this froyotech team, and I'm watching Banny to see what he'll do. He's going to be sticking off damage. But actually, I lied. I'm going to switch over to Blaze and see what he has cooked up his sleeve, if he's going to try to jump a medic. He jumps up top and actually did a real good job. He did get Zebasai, but went down himself. Shade is at 25 HP, trying to put out some crossbow heals. I think he did get one on his soldier. 3 players down right now, and just fighting it out is Awsomniac. Cadis comes right in on the medic, hits a pipe on Shade. Yeehaw! Great job there, and finishing off the full wipe. Awsomniac taking this mid. We have just under 10 minutes left on this map. It is 3-1 for Awsomniac, and remember, this is the last map at Marble.
Yeah, I think that middle could have gone either way. Caster cliche, sure, but it seemed like froyotech just bottled it a little bit and didn't believe, but really the frags and the health was pretty much neck and neck until Shade and Banny started to back out a little bit and left one of their players stranded, but maybe they're just wanting not to get capped out. Is that it? They're trying to save a little face here. They don't want to get wiped 6-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Sandbagging the loss.
Yeah, remember guys, we are playing Euro rules, and so if you're not familiar with the TF2L's rules, it is either 30 minutes or a 5-round differential. So that means we don't just play to 5. It would have to be 6-1. Looking good right now is Awsomniac. They're getting ready for their push right now. There is a heavy on defense. That is the only off-classer on defense right now for froyotech, who, again, backed up to their own last. So certainly we're going to expect them to come in and immediately target that heavy. They've done very well on these last pushes. I think they've been spotted out already. So the element of surprise is gone. Katie's setting down sticks just in case one of these over-anxious scouts tries to come in.
Going to be a sniper on the field as well. Shade is playing up there in the panic room. He is totally safe. Clockwork looking to go towards rollout there and make a sneaky play, but he keeps calling for medic, and he's surely giving away the fact that they have a sniper. Whoa, what? Zebasai gets up top somehow and drops through. I didn't even see. Did he get launched into him or something?
Zebasai.
How did he get there?
Zebasai changing the... Oh my god, they're going to still try to fight it out here, but the defense for froyotech absolutely hurt there by having no heals. Zeb, who needs Miralyn? Zeb doing it by himself.
What happened?
Oh boy.
Where was he? How did he die? I was totally focused on Clockwork there.
Zebasai working his magic. These soldiers are very skilled. And, you know, Miralyn watching, or I guess he's not watching. I think he's off having a life, but...
Knudsen's gone behind here.
I'm looking at Zebasai here, who's trying to make it happen, trying to hit some air shots or do something on this last. Shoddy is out. Trying to get some damage here by the pack. Meanwhile, we have 3 players down for froyotech, 5 players down, 6 players down. That's all of them.
Bull survives under the intense pressure of Clockwork there, but on that mid, again, Awsomniac changed things up a little bit. They had Knudsen rolling out fast to the enemy sewer going behind and had drawn the attention of a few players, but when he eventually did bomb in again, he did get the final hit onto Shade, got that medic pick, and now it's going to be big Uber advantage here for Bull, the mercenary medic.
Yeah, he of France. And if you're Shade right now, what are you thinking? Other than there's nowhere safe to go on this map. We saw Zebasai come into what's supposed to be the safest area on this map. So Shade maybe playing a little jittery, a little scared and a little paranoid right now. And you know, right now the Uber again, look at this, Zeb coming in again on Shade and gets him again. Didn't matter though, as his team was busy capturing last. We've got 5-1. Remember, this will go to 6-1. That'll seal it for Awsomniac if they can pull off this next round. Take us through this, sir. Who are you watching?
I am going to watch Cadis roll out, and it looks like they're going right side again. Already he's moving there. We're going to see the Awsomniac players all playing that high ground looking for some early froyotech picks if anyone. Oh, actually, Flip just sees that Banny is totally unprotected. No more stickies to defend yourself. Just walks straight into him. 2 shots, he's dead. And off the back of that early demo man loss, it's up to froyotech to try and throw bodies in here and find a medic pick or whatever, but they can't. And that middle was all about Flip walking forward and killing Banny, and then of course the follow-up from his soldiers there, but he just saw that opening, man, went for it, seized it with both hands.
Yeah, Flip must have been listening to the cast and hearing all the talk we're saying about Dummy and Clockwork, the good scouts, but don't forget about Flip and Starkey for that matter as well. Flip has tons of fans in Euro, Stark as well, very good scout. They're a very powerful combo, and certainly with this low ping. Very scary scout pair themselves. Banny right now trying to just pill out this choke area, but here comes the blue Uber right away coming in, trying to go for Banny. They want Shade. That was the first pick.
Again.
He's had his number. That's 3 times in a row that Zeb has picked out Shade on this last point. Heavy is down. It's only a
I think he's
sniper.
getting launched by the stickies, like at that time at least. He got launched all the way across the map by Banny's stickies, I believe, or somehow did an incredibly long rocket jump. Maybe he C-tapped, I don't even know, but he managed to close that distance in no time at all, man.
Regardless, it is a wash. It is 6-1 when GGs are called. Awsomniac, quite convincingly, take this 3rd map, and they are crowned the victors of this, the first of 2 show matches that we're doing here today on teamfortress.tv. Convincing, admirable? Would you agree with that?
Let me just clarify this victory as well, because people are going to be like, oh, it was a European server. Might I remind you that the first 2 maps were played on the North American server, New York, I believe. I did confide in you that the pings are probably on the whole more equal on that NA server, but I think they're well within their rights to take a map here to the European server, and they won it very convincingly. A good response to that 5-0 on Granary we saw in map 2, which was pretty devastating actually from froyotech. But Europe have come here and they've overturned, you know, the usual server shenanigans. They played 2 maps away and they've actually ended up winning the series 2-1. And I said I would donate if that happened, if we had 2 Euro maps.
Well,
so, you know, I'm gonna lead by example here, because that's what it's all about, fundraising, baby.
It is Fundraiser. To remind people who may be just joining us, this is the 2nd series of show matches for our i52 fundraiser. That is the annual, or really there are 3 a year, but this is the big TF2 LAN that happens in Coventry, England. We want to send North American teams there. We also want to send our production person, Lang. And we need $13,000 in order to do that, because, you know, it costs money to get in an airplane. And so go to i52.tf. We are sending the best teams in North America to face the best teams in Europe and beyond. And we need your help. There are rewards on there. Anything from, you know, trading cards, signed items, T-shirts, all kinds of crazy stuff, as well as the raffle for the unusual Tyrant's Helm. That is why we're here today, and you've got a good chance now to go and put a few dollars up if you do have them, because we're getting ready to switch over and go to our 2nd show match. That one is going to feature Classic Mix-Up versus Epsilon, and that should be another banger. I believe we may take a short break while we get ready to switch over to that, but go over to i52.tf. You can read about the event itself. You can look at our promo video and so on, and hopefully put a few dollars down, as our friend Admirable is doing right now. Isn't that right, sir? And he's made money.
You know what, man?
He's a Highlander champion.
Siphoning off some funds here from the old Swiss bank account.
Yeah.
$125 going in. I want that Platt T-shirt.
I think everyone wants the Platt T-shirt, but certainly even if you don't follow competitive and you don't know who Platt is, of course he's one of the top demo men, top players. He's played multiple classes, but currently playing demo again. He's on a shirt. There are all kinds of logos, but there's all kinds of stuff. I think everyone should check it out. Something for everyone, right, Admirable?
Yeah, I got to throw a link to those shirt graphics into the chat, because it's like this platinum face, but it's like that classic Andre the Giant face. It's beautiful, man. It makes me go weak at the knees.
It is beautiful. Makes me eat a nectarine. We are still at about 72% of our goal, guys, and remember, we do want to hit it today if we can. This is the final day. This is the 2nd batch of show matches. The event is happening in August, But we really do want to hit that goal so that we can send those teams and send Lang over to do production. It is going to be a hell of a party. It's going to be an unbelievable event. So we'd ask that if you can spare some dollars, help these teams get over there, get some little perks and rewards for yourself. But as of right now, I think that we are going to take a pause for a little bit, but stick with us here on teamfortress.tv. We will be back in a little bit, going live with Classic Mix-Up versus Epsilon Esports. Stay with us.